did. What a great show. What a great musical. Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta here on 102.3 WHTL. Time for the Veterans Connection every Tuesday here on WHTL.
Listen up, you filthy maggots! It's time for the Veterans Connection on WHTL. Sir, yes, sir. I can't hear you. Sir, yes, sir. Attention! You serve your country. You made the sacrifice. The Veterans Connection is here to help. So fall in line, dirtbags. Sir, yes, sir. What's that? I can't hear you. Yes, Drill Sergeant! Now pay attention. The Veterans Connection is brought to you by the Trempealeau County Council of the American Legion, International Ingredients, Reedy Concrete and Construction, Fireworks over Blair, Mondovi Insurance Agency. Now listen up. The Veterans Connection starts right now.
And it does, and I get to welcome my friend, Mr. Brian Lyga, Commander for the Trempealeau County Council of the American Legion, into the studio. Hey, Brian.
Good morning, Mark. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
And here we are. It's already September, mid-September.
It's blink your eyes and the snow will be falling. I hope not.
But, I hope not too. But you know,
but then if it falls, then it gets over that much quicker.
Well, you know, October. It's not unusual to see some snow in October.
I'm not dreaming about that.
I'm not either. But let's push it off as far as we can.
You bet.
Veterans Connection. Of course, we've got. We love having you guys in. What's happening around the area with the Trempealeau County?
We got. It's falling a little bit into the fall season, and things usually slow down a little bit. But I don't think that's happening. We have 3 posts that are doing Coffee with the Veterans. On Monday, White Owl does Coffee with the Veterans from 8 to 10. On Tuesday, Osseo does Coffee with the Veterans. And on Wednesday, Eliva does Coffee with the Veteran. Eliva also has a couple things going on. On 28th September, they have Hope for Heroes. Hope for Heroes is a fundraiser to help veterans, police, fire department, and EMS. They do a 100-mile walk. Volunteers do a 100-mile walk, and we cheer them in for the last 10 miles, and then we have a big party at the end.
That's really a cool deal.
Raffles, a big band, and, cool things like that,
I might have walked 100 miles in my whole life, maybe.
And they do it, like, in a couple days. A couple other things that they're doing, they're starting up bingo on 19 October at 3 p.m. at the Eliva Post. Food and drinks will be served probably for a minimal cost. 13 October is a big blood drive from 9 to 1 at the Eliva Post. Independence, they are creating, or they have partially created, a Veterans Park directly across from the East End Bar and Grill. Please think about donating a little time and money for the awesome project. Post 191 in White Owl, we're hosting an oratorical contest on 12 November. The public is welcome to attend, and we will hopefully discuss the oratorical later on in this program.
Now, who can participate in that?
Okay, so high school students from 9th grade to 12th grade can participate in that. And the fun thing is they can write their speech. It's about a constitution. An oratorical is a speech.
Right.
And they can write their program. It's about the Constitution. They got to speak 8 to 10 minutes without any notes. But they can write it in 8th grade and use it in 9th grade and use it in 10th grade and use it in 11th grade and use it in 12th grade. So they can keep tweaking their topic if they want. And then added onto there's assigned tasks, which is one of 4 parts of the Constitution. So that's pre-picked by the nation, by the national headquarters of the American Legion. So they pick 4 amendments to the Constitution, and at the oratorical, after they do their constitutional speech, we'll shake up the hat and we'll pull one out for everybody to do that 3 to 5 minute impromptu type speech on an assigned task.
What an awesome thing, because I think I think there's a lack of knowledge about the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, and I think it's great. I really do.
It's kind of fun. That's what I'm teaching in school. I'm a full-time sub, and I got a full-time class this year, and I'm teaching American government, and we're talking about the Constitution.
I loved American government, and when I was in school, and I think we called it civics back then.
Yes.
And I loved that class, and it's interesting. I read a survey that they did here just a couple of days ago, and it kind of was sad. It was how so few people can name even all 3 branches of the government. They don't know. They don't know.
We broke down the Constitution yesterday into its parts: the preamble, the 7 articles, and then the 27 amendments. So I'm hoping, if the kids are listening, that they're going, "Hey, I know, Mr. Lyga, I know what you said about that."
And there'll be a test later.
There will be a test.
There always is.
With the oratorical, I got to tell you, though, there's a lot of money involved.
I know.
Scholarships.
They can win scholarships.
So at the post level, it's generally, and different posts pay out different amounts, from $300 to $700 in our posts. So, for example, our post, if we have an oratorical with 3 people, the first person will win $500. The next person $250. The next person $100. So just for competing, you win a scholarship.
Right.
Then you move on to the county, or the county level, and you win 5, 3, or 1 there. And then you move on to the district level, 5, 3, or 1. When you get to the state level, it's $2,000 for first prize, $1,500 for second, and $1,000 for third. If you make it on a national level, $25,000 for first place.
That's cool. That is really cool.
$22,500 for second, and $20,000 for third.
That's way cool. And you've had some people do pretty well.
We have. Over the course of the year, I think from our county, we've had people go on to the state level and almost make it to nationals.
That's way cool. And when is the deadline to be able to participate?
Well, it's different for each post. For the Whitehall post, we're having it on the 12th of November.
Okay.
So the kids have, the next month and a half to write their speech, practice it, and get good at it.
And, if you want to participate, check with your individual local American Legion, and they'll tell you what the guideline is for there.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's way cool. And hopefully a lot of kids will participate. I think that's a very worthwhile
since
thing.
I'm teaching the government class, I'm kind of prepping them. I put in a 3 to 5 minute speech on anything on the Constitution. If I think they do well, I'm going to encourage them to move on to the next level and earn a little money.
You're not making any friends.
They're not. I know, and they're not making any money in my class, but they are getting a grade.
I think that's great. I do. Hey, you kids are going to do just fine. And if you're listening to Mr. Lyga right now, you're going to do just great.
I should have made their assignment listening to me on the radio.
You should have. They might have learned something there. It looks like you've got some space to rent too. If people are looking for something,
we do. Yes, at our post in Whitehall, and I'm sure Osseo and Lyga are probably the same, and Ettrick is going to be the same because they're building a new post. They're putting $1 million into a new post in Ettrick. But we rent it for meetings, $50, for a half day, $150, and for a full day, $300.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That really is. And it's a nice facility, too.
It is, and I think we're like 90%, 95% done with the upper. And so...
Now, in the basement, you're actually doing a lot of work down there.
We were, and then it kind of got put on hold because other things take priority. We were trying to fix up a archery and air rifle range down there.
I think that's a good thing, too.
I hope we get it done. That's probably a 2 to 3 year plan.
Yeah, well, it'll come to fruition probably faster than you think it will.
Sure.
All right, you've got a Veterans Spotlight.
Yeah, I'm going to try and buzz through there. We got a lot of things on here, but I'll try and buzz through here.
All right.
Our spotlight is a veteran from the White Outpost 191. He joined the Air Force Reserve in 2021 and is still active. Riley Orsch is a 2021 graduate of Whitehall School District. He serves as a crew chief on a C-130 Hercules, and he's a crew chief and a maintainer responsible for overall airworthiness and mission readiness of the aircraft. The reason he joined, it's a family thing. His father served in Desert Storm in the Army, and he was an artillery officer. His grandpa served in World War II as a right blister gunner on a B-29. Look that up. They're pretty cool. So he has a quote, simply wanting to follow in their footsteps. He says, "How dare I live in a country as a free individual with all the opportunities we have without serving in some capacity myself. Many a soul has been lost at the expense of our freedom, so the least I can do is serve for a time I can, contributing to the safety and security of the United States of America. Grant us solely due to those who have died before me and the grace of God."
Wow, what a cool young man.
Yes,
What
cool.
a cool young man, and I have a feeling he'd have done very well in your American government class.
I think he would have.
I think so, too.
Yep.
And you got to go back, you were talking about the blister gunners on the B-29s. Those people were brave.
Yes,
And,
they were.
My dad was a crew member on a B-17, and those guys they were brave.
Yep. You're flying up there, and sometimes you have backup, and sometimes you don't.
And it was
You just got to deal with it. Yes.
Cold.
Oh,
40, 50 below.
Yes.
It was cold.
It's still kind of cold. I haven't flown on an airplane for a while, but 14 years ago before I retired, It was still cold.
It can get that way.
Yeah.
Well, Riley, congratulations. We're awful proud of you, and thank you so much for your service. And yeah, that's cool. I love seeing the young people involved. I do.
Absolutely.
We need to get more people involved at that age level.
We do.
We do. And
Yeah, he's. I think he's 21 years old, and he's already serving in the forces. And
I think that's great. If you're a young person out there thinking about the military, do it. It's a great thing. If you're in the military, join the American Legion, even
Absolutely.
if you're young. Let's keep that tradition going.
Yep. And I want to thank everybody out there for their service, and thank you for our freedom.
Absolutely. We wouldn't be the country we are without you.
We wouldn't.
All right, Mr. Lyga. I suppose since you're a teacher, I should call you Mr. Lyga. But no, Brian. There you go. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Always
Thanks,
good
Mark.
to see you. All right, Brian Lyga, commander with the Trempealeau County Council of the American Legion. Veterans Connection here on WHTL, brought to you by the International Ingredient Corporation, Reedy Concrete Construction, Blair Fireworks Committee, and Mondovi Insurance Agency.
We are the American Legion family. This includes the American Legion Auxiliary, the Sons of the American Legion, and the Legion Riders. If you are a veteran, a spouse of a veteran, a child of a veteran, or your grandparents have served